Merhaba sevgili oyundaşlar, YouTube amca kanalından herkese selamlar, sevgiler. Kanalıma hoş geldiniz sevgili dostlar. Sveti Kotar'ın ikinci bölümüyle kaldığımız yerden hikayeye devam ediyoruz. İlk bölümü şöyle kısaca bir hatırlayacak olursak, kardeşimizle beraber kalede bir sergiye davet ediliyoruz. Kardeşimiz de ve eşiyle beraber biz de Sveti Kotar isimli bir köye geliyoruz bu sergiye. Daha sonra kalktığımızda kardeşimizi ortada olmadığını görüyoruz. O evden çıkmak için uğraş veriyoruz ve daha sonrasında polisler tarafından gözaltına alınıyoruz. Kardeşimizin belediye başkanı cinayetinden sorumlu olduğunu ve dolayısıyla biz de hani yakın akrabası olduğumuz için bundan sorumlu olduğumuzu ilettiler. Şimdi hem kardeşimizi aramak hem de bu Sveti Kotar kasabasındaki olan olayları ve nedenlerini çözmeye çalışacağız. En son bu noktada bırakmıştık. Şimdi şu heykele bir göz atalım. Teker teker, çünkü bir dedektiflik ve point click bir oyun. Değişik bir oyun.
Ivan Kotar.
Ivan Kotar.
Sanctus Patronus.
Neydi? Şey aklıma geldi. Durun. Harry Potter'da. Externum Patronus muydu? Tam hatırlayamadım. Yazarsanız sevinirim. Şurada bir tabela var.
It's barely readable. That must read Sveti Kotar. And that should be the coat of arms of Croatia, the chessboard.
Biraz hızlı koş. Benedek.
It leads towards the bridge to the police station. I'm not going in that direction now. For some people, this stone is the only hope they have left.
Bu neymiş?
Young Kadia, missing his love since June.
Umkadiye.
Haven, last seen on the last day of February 1993. Beloved wife and mother, Melita Lavnyak, missing since October 1991 at the entrance of Carcassa.
Melita Lavnyak.
Our beloved priest and friend.
Fotoğrafı yok burada.
Anyone found my legs yet?
Bacaklarımı bulan var mı? İlginç.
Only dust remains of the thing that was set on fire last night.
Ha, bir şey, kuklarını yakmışlardı, bir şey yapmışlardı, onun şeyi, külleri. Satranç tahtası.
White and red
Beyaz
squares,
ve
a
kırmızı
Croatian
kareler.
version
Hırvat
of the
usulü bir
chessboard.
satranç tahtası.
Asum Tavruli at the top, and the other two are Maleos Maleficarum by Heinrich Kramer, and an unnamed manuscript by Herodotus. What a strange taste for books.
Ne diyor?
Who is it?
I'd like to ask you some questions.
About what?
Different things. Maybe you could help me?
A stranger.
Could you come out of the room?
No, and I don't want to talk to you. Take a look at my inventory. Read some books, do whatever you want.
Bizi satıcı zannetti herhalde.
About those knockoffs. And take a sample of the town's map from the desk. That way you can't say I didn't help you.
But I...
Stop talking. I want silence.
Biraz şey... bir dakika. Video parlaklığı azıcık arttırsak nasıl olur? Daha iyi olmuş.
I don't need it. I already have one.
Var mı? Ha, haritayı almışız. İyi. Şu an harita var dedi. Kitaplar. Buradan başka bir şey bulamayacağız anlaşıldı. Fazla bir ipucu yok burada. Aa, bir dakika, dur. Benedek, bir daha gir bakayım. Sanki şu köşede bir şeyler varmış gibi geldi. Küre.
I'm no expert, but I'm pretty confident this is a 15th century map of Europe. Everything in this town revolves around that troubling period of human history.
Başka bir şey yok. Buraya baktık, buraya baktık, buraya baktık. Şuraya bir girelim. Koş biraz Benedek. Yavrum, koş biraz.
Lots of fog in these portraits. Not quite sure if it's a stylistic choice. The emerging faces are pretty ugly and creepy. It's missing an eye. The man who did this and put it on display here is a brainless,
Bence öyle deme.
psychopath. It's just a mock-up of a strange tree with small red leaves and branches pointing skyward. I'm not a thief. Slips of paper have been squeezed in the fissures between the bricks. I'm curious. I'll read one. Voices now carry, shadows take form. Oh God, have
Sesler
mercy on
yankılanır,
me, for I
gölgeler
fear
biliyor.
the
Tanrım
thing
merhamet et,
possessed
beni
me.
ele geçireceğinden
Wall of
korkuyorum.
laments?
Ağıtlar duvarı mı?
Inside a tower?
Tavernanın içinde hem de. Kaç tane? 11 tane.
Take my son and husband. Just make
Oğlumu
my
ve kocamı
agony
al.
go away.
Yeter ki acımı al.
Forgive me.
Götür. Beni affet.
I'm here at your
Buradayım.
feet with
Ayaklarının
you in my
ucunda.
heart.
Kalbimde sen
The
varsın.
day I
Geldiğim
arrived,
günden beri
life
hayat
has
bir
been a
nimetti.
blessing
Bu
and
kasaba
this
ise bir
town
rüya.
a
Bunun
dream.
için sana şükürler
I
olsun.
thank you for that. We are all captives
Hepimiz
of
bu
this
mekanın
place,
tutsaklarıyız.
imprisoned
Kurtarıcısını
souls
bekleyen
waiting for
esir
our
ruhlarız.
Savior.
Tanrı bu vadiye
Let
gelsin,
him
bizi
descend
kurtarsın.
upon the
Bize
valley,
ışığını
save us,
bahşetsin.
give us the light. Darkness,
Karanlık,
shrieking,
çığlıklar,
trembling,
titreyişler.
you left
Beni
me in the
madende
mine,
bıraktın
now I
ve
have
Tanrı'yı
no God.
kaybettim.
My
İntikamım
vengeance
yakındır. Madende biri terk etmiş anlaşılan.
My days and nights
Günlerim
are
ve
nearly
gecelerim
over,
bitti
so
sayılır.
let me
O yüzden
thank you
her
for
şey
everything
için
you've
sana
done.
teşekkür ederim.
I
Karanlıkta
choose to
yaşamayı
live in
tercih
darkness.
ediyorum.
I choose
Güvende
to be
kalmayı.
safe.
Dün yanık tenli yaşlı bir kadını ormanın içine kadar izledim. Gayetten bir görüntü müydü ya da neden peşinden gittim bilmiyorum. Her şey karanlık ve sessizlikten ibaretti. Şimdi kalbim karanlık, ruhum lanetli hissedebiliyorum. Bana merhamet et. İnancımın sarsılmasını affet. Ölüler kayboluyor, inançlılar ölüyor. Tanrım, insanlığı seviyorsan bir şeyler yap. Ya bir not bir şey denk geliriz diye bakıyorum da. İtiraf eden merhamet bulur. Kendimi Tanrı'ya teslim edene kadar kaybolmuş bir adamdım. Ama şimdi çocuğumun saf kanıyla kefaretimi ödedim. O nasıl be? Çocuğumun saf kanıyla. Çocuğunu mu öldürmüş bu? Rüyamda Ivan Kotar'ı gördüm. Beni Baharizat Krallığı'na götürdü. Bu ne demek oluyor? Tanrım, yoksa lanetlendim mi? Güçlerini bağla, ilerlemelerini engelle, hepsini sürgüne gönder. Çobanım, kurtar bizi. İşte hepsini okudum. Bu duvar, Sveti Kotar'ın ne kadar geri kafalı ve korkunç bir yer olduğunu kanıtlı resmen. Bu bir kabus. Sesler yankılanıyor, gölgeler büyüyor. Tanrım, merhamet beni ele geçireceğinden korkuyorum. Davor. Davor'la konuşalım bakalım ne diyecek Davor.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Remember me?
Should I?
From last night? My sister and brother-in-law were with me.
I'm not a visual man. I don't remember faces. They dissolve into fog pretty fast.
So you don't remember my sister Victoria? The two of you talked last night.
Victoria, you say? I remember her glasses and name.
Did you see her today?
No. You've lost her?
She lost herself, and we cannot find her.
Keep looking and seek help from God. Or ask someone who thinks to be one.
And who would be that fool?
Fool? Funny you say that, because that's how I call him too. My cousin Norin.
Şu polis şey değil mi? Emniyet amiri.
Dominic Norin, the feared and respected law of the valley of Sveti Kotar.
I've had a chance to talk with him already. He doesn't seem to know where Victoria is.
That means nothing. He's either lying or you're a fool as much as he is. Was there anyone else when he talked to you?
Yes.
He likes that. He likes to be on the stage, in front of a crowd.
If I decide to talk to him, where should I go?
You'll find him in his office at the police station. It's where he eats, sleeps, and fulfills his needs. Talk to him alone. He's more vulnerable without a crowd. Walk into the police station. His office is the door on the left. Just knock and tell him Davor Gorski has sent you.
All right.
He won't care, so you'll have to give him a good reason to let you in. Luckily, that reason is in front of your eyes.
You? I don't understand.
A gift. The cleaver. Right in front of you.
A cleaver will make him change his mind? Is this a joke?
No joke. It'll wait for you here for whenever, if ever, you decide to talk to the fool.
Sveti Kotar is a small town. Where do strangers go when they visit? Any particular place I should know of?
Glad you're asking. I got many recommendations. You should definitely venture into the Carcassa forest. Its trees are magical this time of year. Then don't miss out on the greatest view of the valley. Climb to the top of the Udaf mountain and enjoy the breathtaking sight. Lastly, take a diving course at the Lake Hali. I mean, forget about people. Don't ask anyone. Just dive. Just do it yourself and enjoy the rich underwater life. Your soul will be grateful. Grateful beyond imagination if you dip your toes into the spring of the Henna River.
I feel like you're mocking me.
I am.
Belli, dalga geçiyor yani.
What was that huge, horrible thing that was set on fire last night?
Tradition. This town has a history of blaming everyone except God.
God is never to be blamed. He has his own ways of...
Blah, blah, blah. I heard it 1,000 times before. People around here blame strangers, good spirits, demons, witches, and even the Vatican.
İlginç.
Everyone else except the one they idolize.
The Vatican?
Crazy thing for a Catholic town, isn't it?
But why? And why do you say they should blame God?
Look around you. Talk to people. Stay long enough and you'll understand.
Tell me about the moon ghouls.
They will eat your soul and feast over your flesh.
You know who they are?
A cannibal tribe that follow the moon demons. The moon is the key.
In what way?
I already said too much. Seek more knowledge elsewhere.
Are you a taxidermist?
A what?
Do you prepare dead animals for fun?
I enjoy slaughtering them.
Kasap bir anlamda yani.
My job.
So you are a butcher?
I prefer slaughterman. Why? What's this all about?
I was asking myself about that poor pig and its head displayed like a trophy.
You have a problem with that?
It's missing an eye, and...
And?
I believe it's a mortal sin to torture defenseless animals.
You know why? Because you are one of them.
Sen de onlardan
Like a
birisin
sheep
derken.
who follows words and moral codes. You feel endangered, vulnerable, and mortal.
It's actually the other way. I feel...
You don't feel bad or sorry or sad for that pig. You're terrified because you see your own head on that wall.
It's pointless to argue with this man. I have better things to do.
Nothing to say. Good.
What's the story of the
Yani
bricked
şu
up window you
pencerenin
have here?
hikayesini.
Human rats kept breaking in and stealing from me. The alley's pretty dark at night, so it was perfect for them. I couldn't find out who they were, so I decided to poison the food. It worked. It was all right for a while. But then the break-ins started again, and I said no more. Walls always work. They divide the sane from the mentally ill, and the rich from the poor.
İlginç.
Need walls.
Thank you for the background story, sir, but I meant what's the story behind the slips of paper in the wall?
Of course you meant that. What else would you be interested in after all? I keep them because they amuse me.
How so?
I laugh at how weak and pathetic my fellow townsfolk are. They bring me lots of joy, especially the ones talking to God.
You have a problem with faith?
Do I look like a sheep to you?
Koyun gibi derken.
This is a madman. No,
Yani.
you do not.
Right answer, priest. Right answer.
I'm not a priest.
I'm not a fool.
Excuse me. Am I really going to take it?
Al bakalım.
Good. Very good, priest. Now go. Walk bravely into the temple of law. You're bringing a gift.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Şimdi neresi kaldı? Bir şu dükkan kaldı. Biraz koşturarak git.
Suvenirnica Lavenjak. Ah, the drawing makes perfect sense. Lav in Croatian should mean lion. Tiny chairs of torture and bells. I must say they are faithfully recreated to the smallest detail. They look so awkward and unnatural, as if made by someone who never saw them living. Statues and death masks of Ivan Kotar, and some small-sized replicas of the torture wheel. It evokes a repulsive feeling, and I guess that is its purpose, but I'm not sure it's something God would approve of, no matter the cause. A strange, tiny-sized tree with red leaves, growing out of a head vase makes it even stranger, if not morbid. Weird executioner masks. They genuinely look old.
İda'yla bir konuşalım bakalım.
Madam?
Do I look like a madam to you?
Well...
You're going to make me blush, sir. Welcome to my little hut. My name's Ida. Ida Lavnjak.
Your last name is Lavnjak, right?
Not a hard guess. It's on the sign.
Melita is your mother?
She's... was. Why?
What happened to her?
We don't know. She just disappeared. Exactly 5 years ago yesterday.
Did she die or just go missing?
I remember it as if it were yesterday. We went to the church, prayed, wore the disciple dresses, scared some kids.
Girişteki
So much fun
ilan
and
panosunda
joy.
annesinin şeyi vardı, resmi vardı.
A long time ago she came up with this crazy thought. When I grow up, we will have a day only for us. Just the two of us, without father. And so, over the years, it became a tradition. Father was so jealous, but happy. We were all happy. Anyway, tired and feeling sick, I chose to go home that day, right before the effigy ritual.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
It's all right. On my way out of here, I turned around and she looked at me with those beautiful green eyes, and I remember seeing them change color. Her neck bent awkwardly, both eyeballs instantly became blood red, and I heard her screaming even if her mouth didn't open. We don't know what exactly happened to her, but since it was a full moon
Gözleri
night,
kan
it
çanağı
was
gibi deriz ya, kıpkırmızı olmuş ve boynu
but-
bükülmüş.
You didn't ask around if anyone saw something?
Father did, and the only information he managed to get after all these years is that she was last seen entering the Carcassa forest, alone.
So she wasn't actually taken away?
Of course she was. I don't believe what the police said. Why would she go into the forest on her own? She was terrified of it. It just doesn't make any sense. Nothing makes sense anymore.
Something is off here. Are you sure her eyes changed color?
Absolutely. Why?
You said they were blood red, right?
Correct.
The same color as the leaves on this tiny tree you have.
So?
Maybe in the moment you saw the blood-red color of the leaves, your mind just thought it was her eyes.
No, Benedek. Her neck bent and her eyes turned blood red, and I heard her scream.
Memories can be deceitful.
I planted this tree after she went missing, because the color of its leaves reminded me of that day. It reminds me of her. And my guilt.
Annesi öldükten sonra o şu
Notice the
şey
face.
dikmiş.
That's her. That's my mother's face. I recreated her entire head.
Surely a morbid way to remember a loved one.
İlginç.
I already know your name.
How? Do I know you?
Not really, but you know my sister. I was with her last night.
Oh, yes, I remember now. The shy and anxious older brother, Benedek. Or should I say, monk Benedek.
She said that?
No, sir, it's just the way you looked. Why didn't you come closer when we called you?
Her eyes focused somewhere behind me, with a weary and terror.
It's all right, you don't have to answer. Where's Victoria?
She disappeared.
Oh no, not her, not again. I hope she's not another victim of the moon.
Ayak kurban giden derken ne oluyoruz, hayırdır? İnsan mı kurban ediyorlar?
Have you seen her today?
No, I don't think so.
Last night, did she come back after we left the square?
There were a lot of people here long after that, and I was preparing to close, so I really couldn't say. What's going on?
She was seen pushing a man from the castle's roof last night.
I heard about that accident this morning. She did that. She really pushed that man.
Eyewitnesses saw her.
Liars. Who are these people?
Does it really matter?
I don't know what to say except that Victoria is a good person. She looks so gentle and vulnerable. Like a butterfly. How can I help?
I don't know. Maybe you can't. Maybe only God can do something. Not even God. She's lost forever. You've heard about the mayor.
Heard what?
They found his body in the forest.
What? Who told you that?
The police forced me to see it. The body was hanged from the belfry of the Church of Mary.
Those animals. I'm sorry you had to see that. Poor mayor. I'll light up a candle for him today.
Üzülmüş.
What can you tell me about Nedman?
Never seen him, but have heard and retold many stories about him.
Ne bu Nermin ya? Nermin teyze.
It's a small town. How come you've never seen him?
Because he's one of those who lives under the moonlight, while the rest,
A moon ghoul.
the worst of them all.
What book are you reading?
The Divine Comedy. I needed something to cheer me up.
Neydi
So
Dante'nin?
where's Dante now?
Who?
Dante, the hero of the book? In what part of the book are you now?
Oh yes, how silly of me. He's in a dark forest and there are
Sins. The beasts represent the self-indulgent, the violent, and the malicious.
Oh, that's interesting. You know, the book intrigued me because does that make sense to you? I told this to my father and he scolded me right away.
You are quite right, madam.
Now all we need is our Virgil to rescue us.
Where should I look for Victoria? She won't come out in the open. It would be too risky.
Well, if I were you, I'd start my search in the forest.
In Carcassa?
Udav Mountain could be a good place to start too, but I've never been there, so I can't give guidance.
Carcassa and Udav are forbidden places, aren't they?
Ben de onu
Don't believe
diyecektim.
what they say about them. The forest is a beautiful place. The tall trees, Pepel, the river spring and the silence. Listen. Search the forest. Make sure not to get caught while entering, and keep your eyes open once inside. You'll be fine.
Polisler demişti Karkasya ormanı ve Udav Dağı'na gitmeyin diye.
Who decided to forbid these places?
Ironically, the same man that was found dead in the heart of the forest, Mayor Ranko Merzel.
You think his death had something to do with the decision?
No, I don't know. The proof of fate is a decree that he put in place soon after taking control of the town. It's a decree that compels people to stay away from the places on the list, and to report suspicious activities and misbehavior.
Such as?
Blasphemous and heretical talk, to name a few. But the decree's main objective is to find and execute those against or unfaithful to God.
She sounds like she doesn't approve of this.
I guess it's a good thing. I don't know.
You don't adhere to the law.
Not in this case, at least not entirely. You know. And please don't say this to anyone, or you'll have me tortured and killed, all right?
Go on. I promise.
Carcassa has been like my second home in the last few years. I can't get enough of its silence. I know what you are going to say. It's dangerous, dark, and forbidden. But listen to me. Sometimes it gets dangerous, true. And the mayor's death proves it. But isn't that normal? It's life. It's people.
It's life? Everything here feels rotten and reeks of death.
Don't say that. And don't talk to others this way. If we stop dreaming and lose hope, what do we have left? Look, I don't know if you should go into the forest. I don't want to get you in trouble or killed. I have no idea where you should look, really. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, I have something here. It might not tell you where to go, but at least give you some orientation. A map of the town and its surroundings. How does that sound?
Thank you, but I already have one.
Oh, good. Just be careful.
How come you weren't dressed as a priest last night?
That question.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry, nothing against you. But it's the same annoying question that keeps coming back at me, like a bat flapping in circles, year after year. I see October 28th on the calendar, and I know what's coming to bite me.
Ne kemiriyor?
So what's the reason?
I tell everyone I can't wear it because I have to work. But the truth is, I don't believe it will make a difference if I did. In general, the ritual doesn't make a difference.
Why does everyone else wear it?
Because the inhabitants believe we are all disciples of Ivan Kotar, and so we have to dress like them on the day. Not just in the evening when the effigy is set on fire, but all the time, from dawn to dusk.
But what is the reasoning behind it? The dress is just a terrifying shadow of what a priest's robe should look like.
There's a belief that wearing it scares off demons, witches, and other evil spirits. I guess the darker it looks, the scarier it is. I don't know.
The effigy turned into ash last night.
Yani
What does it
kukla
represent?
neyi temsil ediyor? Ne
Being
nedir?
slave of the moon god.
Ha.
The effigy ritual marks the end of the day of Ivan Kotar. People gather on the square, they pray and chant as one voice. Which sounds beautiful. It's the best part. No, it's the only part of the day I love.
I thought the exact opposite. It was a disturbing scene, and I felt true, primal fear.
Then the mayor comes out and everyone stops, and when the last words leave his mouth, the effigy is finally set on fire.
Has anyone been hurt over the years? The fire spreads very quickly, a wide and massive whirl as if ignited from the darkest of places.
No, not that I recall. I don't know. Why?
Yes, and because it could come down at any moment. It's so tall, the nearby buildings could be hit.
Nothing to worry about. God is protecting them. Or at least it's what they believe. Oh, and those who are tasked with creating the effigy are given a free pass into the forest. Can you guess why?
No.
You haven't even tried to guess. Because it's made of black wood, plant roots, and undergrowth from carcassa. Slaves of the moon god supposedly live or dwell as spirits if they are dead inside the forest.
Ay tanrısının köleleri, o ruhları, o ateşi engeller.
Townsfolk even swear to hear the wailing of demons the whole night after the fire. I don't know.
Artık ayrılalım.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Şimdi Victoria'yla konuş, kasabanın rahibiyle evde bekle, kareyi incele. Şuradan girelim bir. En son. Evde biri var.
I wasn't sure I heard a voice, but I did. Victoria is here.
Victoria dönmüş olabilir mi gerçekten de?
It's dark, and my eyes could be deceiving me, but that doesn't seem to be...
Who goes there? I'm Lucia, the owner of this house.
I apologize, miss. I'm Benedek. Victoria is my sister.
Who's Victoria?
Rough day. Sorry. I meant Petra. Petra is my sister.
I didn't know she had a brother, and that he was coming with her to Sveti Kotar.
Nobody knew. It was a last-minute decision.
So where is she now?
We're trying to find her.
We? Who is we? And are there more people I don't know about?
Her husband, Nikolay, came as well.
I was told she was to come alone on Friday, October 28th. Rented the house for 3 nights. Said she wants to give herself a gift for the soul. A strange woman, I tell you that. Something happened?
Nothing in particular. We woke up and she was gone.
She's probably sightseeing. One can easily get lost in the beauty of the place. Lose track of time.
What happened here?
I didn't want to yell at you, but since you're asking, you tell me. I almost fainted out of sorrow after opening the door. Look at my bust, reduced to pieces. Somebody has to pay for the damage. Animals.
You'll have to ask the warden to pay for that. We left the house untouched.
The warden? What warden? Dr. Hatur?
Yes, Dr. Hatur.
But I did nothing wrong. Why would he come to my house? Was he looking for me?
I don't know. He didn't tell us the reason and we couldn't argue. A detective was with him.
Maybe they saw my art as blasphemous and heretical. Maybe they'll take me into the asylum. That's why he destroyed the bust in the stoop. He was sending a message. I'm doomed.
He won't take further action.
What do you mean? He was here for me.
Why would he cause this damage without taking you in? It doesn't make sense.
You think?
This looks like he was just giving a warning. Maybe because of something else you did.
I don't know what I did, but I can live with a warning. I'll try to be more careful from now on. Thank you, my friend.
Weren't you supposed to welcome us last night?
I told your sister I'll leave the key at the neighbors, and that I'll pass by later, after the castle.
You were at the castle?
Sure.
Did you see me there?
I was there only for a brief time. Couldn't stand all those people. But how could I see you when everyone has to wear... Wait a minute. Did you go inside without a mask?
No, of course not. Was she here after you came by?
I didn't make it. This right here is me visiting after the castle. You are a strange person. No wonder you two are relatives. Why are you asking all these questions?
Yani
Because she stayed in the house and fell asleep, and when I came back I couldn't find her. I don't know her whereabouts since last night.
You know, if you don't trust her, you should just talk to her. But if you already did, then my only advice is to talk to Madame Bera, my neighbor. She may be old, but she never misses a thing. Always lurking from that window of hers.
I can do that.
If you just knock, she will pretend to be dead. She doesn't like strangers. You must introduce yourself to her. Say exactly who you are and why you are looking to talk to her. Tell the truth. I heard that she had some sort of visions of the life of Sveti Kotar, the patron saint of the town. It's what allowed her to sneak into other people's houses as a babysitter.
I'll try to talk to her.
And do not go knocking on the door. She hates that.
We opened the balcony door and found a strange mass.
So it was you who broke the glass on the door?
No, I just opened it. I promise.
Maybe those bloody crows did it. Wouldn't be the first time. It started recently. They come to the balcony raking in mud, small twigs, and other crow filth. I tried to scare them off, but nothing is working. And they are very aggressive. I can't light a candle anymore. Whenever I do, they swarm outside and start scratching at the windows and door. The balcony is where they gather and ultimately die. It's like their graveyard or something. I can't explain it. If they don't back off soon, I'll have to start taking action. I don't want my guests to feel threatened.
Have you had any strange dreams in this house?
Whenever I don't have guests, I sleep here. And guests are as rare as the sun in this town. My dreams are always great. Why?
It's just that both Nikolay and I had a rough night's sleep with harrowing dreams.
That must have been the demon of tiredness, not the house. You had a long drive yesterday.
Yorgunluktan gördüğünü söylüyor.
Do you mind if I look around the house a bit?
Not at all. You're allowed to stay here for 2 more nights. Unless you want to pay to stay longer, of course.
That is something you should discuss with my sister. Never mind.
Şimdi ne diyor? Şu komşulara ya.
Hideous. It's full of dead crows. Dozens and dozens of them. The blasphemous basin is destroyed. I approve of the act. This woman eerily reminds me of Victoria in her younger days, back when I could rely on her, instead of having to fear her.
Yukarı bir çıkalım, değişiklik var mı, bir şey var mı, bakalım oraya da. Aa bak, halı değişmiş.
For some reason, someone decided to wrap the carpet and put it here. A giant bowl made out of clay, filled with what seems to be some type of oil. It's a giant tree with dozens of corpses hanging from its
Buraya
branches
bakmıştık, değişen
and
bir şey yok.
skulls that feed its roots.
Balkona bakalım.
Everything is as we left it, but the crow's head is missing. It must have been the warden who did this. What use is there in throwing books on the floor? The fireplace. It's full of dead crows.
I know. I've put them there.
Why?
To get rid of the bodies. Why else? But I am all out of matches, so for now, they just have to lay in the cold.
Ölü
You don't
kargalardan
mind, do
kurtulmak
you?
için.
No, not at all. It's your house.
But you're my guest. It's my duty to make your stay comfortable.
This woman and her house are beyond salvation. Never mind.
Şöyle evin çevresine bakabiliyoruz mu? Ha, kapı var. Kapıya.
It's locked.
Biraz koş koş koş Benedek koş.
Who keeps a dead tree? Who keeps a dead tree? The Catechism says, after an angel decides to sin, he falls from heaven and becomes a demon.
Şu Vera.
Madam Vera?
Ha, kapıya vurma demişti. Dur pencereden bakalım.
Madam Vera? My name is Benedek. I spent the night at your neighbor's. Could I ask you some questions? The woman that came with me is my sister. We can't find her today. Did you see if she left the house sometime after we arrived last night? Have you seen her today, perhaps? Who are you? I must confess that I have a hard time reading your chalkboard. All right, no need to get upset, Madam Vera. I'll do my best to read from it. My name is Benedek, and... Vera is old, not deaf. Who are you? Benedek, I'm a monk from Budapest. What do you want from me, monk? I'm just curious, and please don't get upset. Why are you using a chalkboard to communicate? Piece of chalkboard. School-damaged object. A present from someone special to me. I understand, but why don't you talk to me? Wouldn't that be easier and less painful for you? Tongue was torn out. I am eyeless and wordless. Terrible fate. I can't imagine the pain. Please forgive my ignorance. I'm trying to find my sister. Have you seen her? No, but I heard last night. After we arrived? Much later, in the night, with a man. What man? Nikolay? No, the one who came here earlier today stayed in the house. The warden? Dr. Hator? Him, the man with the demonic voice.
Şeytani sesi olan adam. İlginç.
What did Hator and my sister do? Went into the forest together, talked there for a while, then silence. Where in the forest? At the crossroad, go straight into the forest. It's where the path leading from the town ends? Just go inside there. Once you find it, you will know. Did you hear what they talked about? No, sounded like whispering, praying, chanting.
Dua gibi, zikir gibi bir şey konuşmuşlar ama kadın duymamış ne olduğunu.
Can you describe Hator? What is it? My eyes were taken from me. God has his ways. I'm sorry. God has nothing on this. I deserved punishment. I deserve solitude. You still questioning my words. I am sure I didn't see him, but it is the same man that stayed in the house. The demonic voice. Who made you blind and mute? No need to tell me. I just... The body of my sister. Your sister did this to you? A corpse now. She had to do it. It is my fault. Your sister, family. What could you have done to deserve such a cruel punishment?
Yani.
I provoked. I need to suffer for my faith. It is all I have left. Don't ask again.
Ya canice bu ya. Kardeşini mi öldürmüş? Kardeşini öldürdüğü için dili sökülüp kör mü edilmiş yani? Anladın mı?
I heard about your visions. I still have them. Visions of Ivan Kotar? His birth, life, the horrors of Udav, death in church. Can you tell me a bit more? Visions are mine. Don't want to talk about. Excuse me. You are damaged. Missing soul you have. Excuse me? Cursed, like me, but a good man.
Kimi iyi biliyor?
Help me find the love of my life. He disappeared.
Hayatın aşkı mı?
Madam, I can't. As soon as I find my sister, I'm leaving and not coming back. Search for her at the same time. Look for him. I don't know this place. I don't know anyone here. Everyone knew my love. On a full moon night, he disappeared. You have to understand, it will take a miracle for me to find anyone in this valley. But tell me, what is his name? Yakov Pranger, town's former... A priest was your lover? He was to renounce his service, not faith. Dear God, I'll see what I can do. I have to go now. Excuse me.
Şimdi sevgili dostlar, anladığım kadarıyla bize orman yolu göründü. Bunu tabii ki bir sonraki bölümde yapacağız. Umarım videoyu beğenmişsinizdir. Her zaman olduğu gibi her şey gönlünüzce olsun diyorum. Kapanış sözümüz neydi sevgili dostlar? Oyunsuz kalmayın. YouTuber amca kanalında kalın. Sizleri çok seviyorum. Hoşça kalın sevgili dostlar.